viewers, welcome or welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we're looking specifically into a no contact and or separation situation, what they wish you knew. And I've got two piles for you. This is pile number one, this is pile number two. Pile number one is the Morgan Greer Tarot. And pile number two is the Unveiled Tarot. Take your time, see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then it just means that maybe there aren't any messages for you in this video today. But I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate. Please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you asking you to follow, subscribe, or book a private reading. So just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below. I'm going to give you a few seconds now to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I shall begin. Hi pile one, for those of you who chose the Morgan Greer Tarot, this is going to be your reading, alright? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. There's a plane going overhead. Specifically for no contact and or separation situation, what they wish you knew. What does someone's person wish you knew? Okay, we have the Two of Wands, King of Rods, it's the King of Wands, Three of Cups, Eight of Cups, the World, I've got to cover that, hold on. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles, oof, Four of Wands, nice. Okay. Might be a little bit triggering because there is third-party energy coming through very, very strongly in your reading, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, hold on. Let me get your oracle cards. Stability, I am supported. This is the root chakra. We have the Green Aventurine. I deserve to experience the love I want in my life. Yes. Doubt, uncertainty, hesitation, disbelief, and we have grace. Okay. There is definitely third-party energy coming through, and it definitely seems like another relationship that is interfering with this connection. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a platonic relationship or a familial relationship. Maybe your person is too stuck on their perception of you, perception of this connection. Maybe they don't believe in this connection. Different ways that this could go out. For some of you, this person could be married, could be getting a divorce, could be in separation with their person. Whatever your situation is, you would know best, but this is definitely a third-party reading coming through very, very strongly for me. And it's definitely a relationship. It's not even like work or something else. No, it's a relationship that's coming through. But the semantics of that relationship could be different for all of you, right? That is another message that's coming through. I think for the longest time, your person did not have the courage to follow their heart, all right? I think that they felt they did not have the capacity themselves nor the support system to choose what their heart really wanted. But now your person's realizing that even if they don't have physical support, they have support of probably the universe, some higher power, because we have the King of Rods coming out. So it's a little bit more on the spiritual side. Maybe support of higher power, their spirit guides, or even their ancestral line. That's also another message that's coming through. Whatever it is that your person believes in, it looks like your person feels support at this point in time. You know, they might not have physical support, but they're recognizing that they have spiritual support. They have divine support coming through for them to choose what their heart really wants. This is long time coming. I think that you have been expecting this person to choose you, to choose this connection, or even to walk away from this external influence, and that might have led to a breakdown of this connection in the past. but now your person's getting ready to walk away. It's still in the nascent stages though, Pile 1, so there's a little bit of a wait time, I do want to say, but things are shifting, all right? You are on the verge of things shifting in your connection as well. I am getting very heavy marriage energy with the Four of Wands. Yes, it also means stability, and there are different interpretations for it, but for me in particular, it's long term, and it seems to be marriage, it seems to be partnership, however both of you wish to define it. All right, and it looks like that is your person's main intention. But first, before they get to that point, they really need to stabilize themselves. So maybe your person needs to work out their finances. You know, maybe after walking away from this influence that has been kind of blocking this connection, maybe your person has to work on their own stability, whether it's their emotional stability, their finances. Like for example, if they're walking away from the divorce, then, you know, it's expected that they would have lost some amount of money through the divorce, right? So maybe your person has to get themselves financially stable or figure things out for themselves financially in order to, you know, support you, support this connection. Or even if it is not supporting you, you know, maybe your person doesn't want to drain you or drag you down in their mess. You know, so take that however it resonates. I think that there are different interpretations for this at this point in time, and there's so many of you as well. All right. Another message that's coming through is perhaps your person is being cut off from their family. All right, so maybe their future finances was secure because they were tied to their family, and then now they have to walk away, so your person has to figure things out for themselves, or even just get a footing for themselves as well. For others of you, I am seeing that maybe your person needs to stabilize themselves emotionally, because walking away from this connection seems to be a significant one for your person, or it seems to be something that your person has had a lot of difficulty in the past walking away from and letting go, and there might be some grief coming through from that as well. Like, as much as your person wants to take a more logical and practical, grounded approach to walking away, there might be emotions coming through that your person needs to work through and just kind of feel okay or make peace with those emotions as well. There's a lot of thinking going on at this point, not yet real action. That's why I said still in nascent stages, but the intention is there. I feel that energy of like about to walk, like, you know, that ready, set, go at the start line. Yeah, it feels like that energy, and I feel like I'm gonna start running. And I by myself, I'm not a runner, but that's the energy that I feel at this point. So I feel that go energy starting. So it looks like things are shifting. You both are stepping into very, very brand new energies, and your person in particular. I would not be surprised if you've also kind of been feeling that breath of fresh air. Just even if nothing in 3D is actually happening, you might be feeling that lightness in 5D. That's because your person is setting that intention. They're starting to get into lighter energies as well. It might be heavy walking away from this particular relationship or multiple relationships for some of you, but it's something that your person is willing to do. So even if there is heaviness attached to that, your person feels lighter about it. They're making peace with that. So I will say that things are shifting for your connection, because your person has realized that they want to experience the love that they deserve, that they want. You know, they can't be living their life based on someone else's plan for them, or because they're dependent on another relationship. The dependency is coming through very, very strongly for me. So maybe your person was financially dependent on them, or emotionally dependent on this particular relationships. And that cutting off is happening at this point. So there's a little bit of growing up that's happening with your person. It could be spiritual growing up, but it also could be just maturing as well. Maybe your person is detaching from the family that raised them. Perhaps maybe that sense of obligation that they felt. Maybe your person is learning how to walk away from that and cultivate a more healthy bond with them, rather than, you know, doing things out of a sense of obligation. Oh, they paid me money for my education, so I need to do this, or I need to sacrifice my goals for them. No, it doesn't work that way, you know. There needs to be a healthy balance over there. You can't just continue foregoing everything that you want just because someone maybe perhaps gave you money at one point in time, or helped you through a difficult time, or supported you through a difficult time. There, beyond a certain point, it becomes unhealthy to constantly keep doing everything, especially when you're sacrificing who you are and what you want. So I think that that is a very, very big realization that your person's having at this point in time, that they can't keep going on in this energy forever. Like, even if it is a sense of responsibility or obligation that they feel, you can't just give up your entire life for them just because, you know, they did. You can be grateful and also choose yourself. That is that balance that your person is learning. There's a lot of long-term energy coming through. Like, your person is very, very set on being with you. So I would expect them to follow through on this. Like I said, it's very, very short energies. Like, even the doubt that's coming through, it's very... I will say that your person doubts if it is possible to completely detach, but they're overcoming that, you know? So there might have been hesitation in the past, but now there is no. I'm feeling actually very, very clear energies. But one thing that's important for your person is that they want to walk away from this connection being true to who they are on the inside. Like, they don't want to... How do I say this? They don't want to forego who they are to end this connection. So even if it is like letting them know gently and with kindness and compassion that they are walking away from them, yeah, that is something that aligns with your person. Like, they don't want to end things on a bad note unless they are pushed to it. But otherwise, I think that there is some level of amicable cutting off or walking away that your person wants to achieve. That they might be doubtful whether it can happen or not, but they're hoping, right? But very sure energies coming through that they are going to do this no matter what, right? Yeah, there's going to be a new beginning between the two of you. I think that the energy seems to be a little bit more fast moving. Just even if it is in the nascent stages, I think that your person's gearing up to come towards you. So whatever silence that has been there between the two of you, if you're starting to feel a little bit respite from that, or you're starting to feel lighter energies, this is the reason why things are shifting in your connection. This is, again, more of just information for you that this is where your person is at and what they wish you knew. So if you've been wondering whether this person would be able to walk away from whatever they were supposed to, this is a confirmation that your person's getting ready to do that, and that is absolutely in their intention to do that. All right, I'm going to get you one more message. Yes, whatever, you know, I know that you've been through a lot of pain because of this connection, and I think that there has been a lot of anguish on your end, but with the Ten of Swords coming out, it means that and especially over the world, it means that that phase is done. You know, there is nowhere else for you to go but to rise from this. All right, and I really feel, first off, that your person's coming in, Pawan, and the way that I see it is you're stepping into a more stronger and a more aligned version of yourself. Perhaps there were lessons that you needed to go through on your end, maybe letting go of this connection, maybe allowing this connection to play out, letting the universe decide for you whether this connection was for you or not. So it looks like there might have been some lessons that you might have to learn through this connection, and with this knowledge, you rise, right? I know it's probably not the best time to say something like that. I know when you're in extreme pain, you're kind of like spiraling and wondering, well, why did I have to go through this? And if you don't have the answers at this point, it's okay, Pawan, all right? The answers will come to you. Don't scramble for answers. Just let it go. Just say, I don't have the answers today, and that's okay. I don't have the answers today, and that's okay. I'm going to say it one more time because it really helps. I don't have the answers today, and that's okay, all right? Just know that the cycle is ending. This cycle of pain that you've been going through, it is ending, and there's nowhere else for both of you to go except up. All right? I wish both of you the most peaceful outcome in this situation. All right? And I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for, part one. And yeah, thank you so much. And remember, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, Pal 2. For those of you who chose the Unveiled Tarot, this is going to be your reading, all right? Before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, think of your person, breathe in, Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Alrighty, pal 2. Specifically for no contact and or separation situation, what your person wishes you. Okay, let's see. We have the Sun. I was just about to say very straightforward, like the energy seems to be very straightforward, and then we have the Sun coming out. Okay, 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, Page of Wands, and the Hermit. I also have your Oracle cards, so we're going to get into them. We have Integrity. We have Isolation. We have Amber, I'm powerful, confident, and worthy. We have We, which is the crown chakra, and it says we are one. Okay. First off, I think that this person, I don't think that they actually thought about anyone else other than themselves. I think that this person might have been like a very party kind of person, you know, just constantly partying, not really taking life seriously. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know. Maybe this person was going through a phase where they just wanted to let loose. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, all right? No judgment over here. But that's the energy that's coming through, that this was the phase that they were in. There's a little bit of a discomfort that's happening with that lifestyle. I think that it is no longer aligning with where they want to get to. So I think that your person is starting to get serious about life, and more importantly about the vision that they have with life. This person might be kind of going within. So it's kind of like, even though your person's going to parties at this point, it's just not, something's off about it. Not necessarily parties, it could be, you know, maybe this person travels a lot, has a lot of fun, but something's missing right now, and your person doesn't understand what. And well, through this reading, it's pretty clear that this connection is what is missing in your person's life, but that realization has not happened just yet. What they wish you knew is that the life that they're leading at this point in time, something seems to be missing. It doesn't feel to fit what they actually truly want on the inside. They might not completely even understand what they want. Like, this reading is going to be a little bit up in the air, pal 2, but your person might not even understand what they want. But they're starting to understand that the life that they're leading right now no longer aligns with them. So maybe they are with the same friend circle, but they just don't connect anymore. Even though they've connected for years with them, they just don't connect anymore. The places that your person's once visited, yeah, they're no longer feeling that connection. So there's a little bit of an up-leveling going on within your person. And they're realizing that shift. And so because nothing externally is aligning with them, your person's going within. With the Hermit and the isolation energy, your person's kind of going within and kind of seeing, okay, well, what's up? Like, why am I not able to find joy and happiness in things that I once did? I mean, I loved, you know, partying, going to places, traveling. I loved being around my friend circle. But what's happening right now? Why am I not able to feel that joy anymore? In fact, it feels like it's going against me. The reason for that is your person, there's an internal urge to have more stability in their life, to have a little bit more grounded energy in their life. That could be related to your connection. It could also be related to other aspects of their life. Maybe your person is at a pivotal point where they need to start understanding the career path that they need to choose, or maybe they need to figure out moving out of their home and finding a place for themselves. You know, maybe your person is at that shifting point of their life where they know internally that they have to grow up or that they have to shift into a different lifestyle in order to get to the point that they want to. Your person is starting to crave stability. And for a long time, I think that this person thought, oh, okay, you know what? I'm always going to be this person who just wants to have a carefree life. But I think that fundamentally who they are is someone who craves stability. Like I said, no judgment over here, but I think that your person, and the reason why I feel like saying no judgment over here is because I feel like I'm being judged, and I don't think that that is my energy. I think that that is your person's energy. So your person might have felt that there were people around them judging them for wanting or craving stability in their life. This person might have even wanted a relationship, like a stable, healthy, long-term relationship, but maybe the friend circle that they were part of, or maybe even their upbringing, or even just the expectations that people had on them might have led them to shun what they had always felt like having at one point in time, and that's led them to a completely different path. So everything that put pressure on them to be a certain kind of person, which was completely different from the person that they wanted to actually be from within them, that's no longer aligning, So it's not something that's come brand new. I think that this stability that your person was craving might have been shunned or berated by the people that they were around, and that might have led to your person also kind of berating themselves for feeling that way. Maybe your person wanted love, and maybe people around them were like, oh, you know what, love is crap, and nothing ever stays, so just engage in casual relationships, that way no one's going to hurt you. And maybe your person felt that pressure to be that certain way. Or your person might have been, these are just examples that are coming through, but your person could have been around people who wanted that carefree life. And again, I feel like saying no judgment there, some people, it really genuinely aligns with them, but for your person, it wasn't. And I think that they might have kind of put pressure on your person to be like them, so that is something that I disapprove of. Have your choices, do what you wish to, as long as it's not harming anyone, hurting anyone, but don't berate someone else for having a different lifestyle or different opinion than you. And I think that that's what might have happened in this case. I feel like saying that, so I feel that might have been what your person was going through, and they felt that there was, I think, a lot of pressure on your person to be a certain way in order to fit in with the people that they were around. And now they're realizing that reality is a lot different. They feel a lot different within themselves. That's not who they are. That's not what they have been always called to feel. And so a lot of big realizations. I just took a deep breath, but with integrity coming out, I think that your person's understanding that they have to stay true to who they are on the inside. As much as other people want them to be a certain way, they have to stay true to their inner core. And their inner core, it's possible that your person felt, oh, okay, to be powerful and to be confident and to be worthy of being in these friend circles or around these people, there's a certain lifestyle that I had to lead, or there's a certain version of myself that I had to become, and shun the actual version of me that I felt truly on the inside. And your person's realizing, with Amber coming out, that whoever they are, as long as they just accept who they are on the inside, that's it. That it by itself makes them powerful, and they can be confident about that. They are worthy about that. And so there is this realization that's coming through with We Are One coming through very, very strongly. I think that your person has always craved, being in a stable, long-term relationship, but that might not have been aligned to the people who were around them, or it could have also been their own perception of how things should unfold, and your person might have put that kind of pressure on themselves as well. But they're starting to rise above that. They're starting to realize that there's nothing wrong in what they truly wanted. And for some of you, I am feeling like maybe this is something that your person's younger self wanted, but as they grew older, maybe they were afraid that it would never come true, and maybe berated it out of themselves. I do see a little bit of inner child healing happening at this point. Even though we have the Hermit coming up, I do feel that it is connected a bit to their inner child healing. All right? So it's kind of like letting their inner child feel safe to want what they once wanted, and perhaps even realizing that today in their adulthood, that is actually what they truly want on the inside. Right? So still realizations going on. It's not really any movement towards it. But I think that eventually your person is going to get to that point. Yes, we have a confirmation coming through. Your person is eventually going to get, from the Ace, your person is going to start moving to get to the King of Pentacles. Someone who's so sure about who they are, someone who's feeling stable with what they want out of life. For some of you, I am even getting the opposite. Like maybe your person is stuck at a 9-to-5 job and they feel like maybe there was a lot of pressure on them to be that way, and maybe they want to be an entrepreneur. Maybe that is what their younger self wanted, but that is what they intuitively feel on the inside. Maybe to travel the world and to be an entrepreneur and to be a digital nomad of some sort, you know, even that shift. So it could be the opposite as well, you know. But the common theme for all of you is that there was a certain pressure for your person to be a certain way, and they're no longer aligning with that pressure because it's not who they want to be, or maybe their perception of who they want to be has shifted over the years. Whatever it is, there is alignment happening with your person, and they're starting to step into energies that feel true to who they are. So your person's stepping into powerful energies, but that by itself, you know, it is a process on its own. You know, just to first off recognize what is the kind of life that you want, who's the kind of person that you want to be. Forget all of these external influences, or even your own wounds kind of showing up, forcing you to be another version of yourself that no longer aligns. But that by itself, it takes time. So your person's in very, very nascent stages, I would say, very, very new to this whole understanding. Like they're starting to feel that disconnect, but that disconnect, and this is what will happen, that disconnect grows and grows and grows until your person cannot deny it anymore. And it is because of that, you can't deny it anymore, it pushes you to take action. So your person will get there, but it is Pentacle energy, Pal 2, so very, very slow, very steady though, but slow, right? So it'll take your person some time. And I think that this connection, because you are part of this reading and you are being shown the message, I think that this connection is part of what they truly want on the inside, but may have denied themselves or may have downplayed how much they wanted it, all right? So I think that eventually this is going to lead to you, but like I said, very, very slow moving energies at this point, all right? How to? This is where I will leave you for today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort, clarity, and confirmation you were looking for. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. My private readings are open right now. You can check the details in the description box below, but if this is where you'd like to leave me, then I just want to say thank you so much for all your love and positive energy, whether it's with the like, share, subscribe, comments, the tips to send and watching my page ads. Those are the ways that I feel your love and positive energy, and I'm really, really grateful for it. How to? Take care, trust your intuition. You always have free will. Catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.